gentlemen, before I do my performance, I like to explain you something about my work. I am known as the man with X-ray eyes. I claim that I can see without my eyes exactly as you see with your physical sight. To prove that, my eyes has to be put out of action. In order to do that, if you blindfold me with ordinary handkerchief, it could be possible that some way, however or other, I might be able to see through. But for the sake of your satisfaction, I have prepared this paste. This paste is prepared by flour and water. It's very, very sticky. This will be filled in these cavities of my eyes. Then I've got the cotton wool, the surgical bandages, and a lot of serviettes. After that, I have to request these members of the committee on the stage that they must take very great precautions in blindfolding me, and they must not leave any possibility for me to use my physical sight. After I'm blindfolded, I have to request these members of the committee on the stage to write anything on this blackboard in any language in the world they want to. When I say any language in the world, and I mean it, and I'll copy exactly the same without using my physical sight. But just to prove what I'm demonstrating is perfectly real, now I request these members of the committee, would you mind, sir? Would you mind? Would you mind fixing this in my eyes perfectly and make absolutely sure that I must not see? Now take the cotton wool, place one pair in each eye. Now take this bandage and put this bandage and roll it around and make absolutely sure that there's no possibility for me to see. Now take this and tie nice and tight at the back. Nice and tight. That's fine, thank you. Now one underneath here, tight on top of my head. One over here blocking this part, right below. Okay. One cross-wise like this. Just don't suffocate me, that's all. The other one this way. Give it another knot so that it doesn't go loose. Thank you. Now I request any member of the committee on the stage to take a chalk from there, write anything they want to on that board, in any language. Okay. Now I request somebody else to write something. And there's a duster on the table, rub the previous thing out. I think it's Greek. Thank you very much. Now I request somebody else to write something. Now I request somebody to write some numbers on the board, just like additional sum. Just a 4 or 5 lines. Another line now. Another line. Okay, thank you. 3 and 8, 11 and 6, 17. 1 and 5, 6 and 1, 7. 1 and 3, 4 and 5, 9. 2 and 4, 6 and 2, 8. 6, 2, 8 and 4, 12. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now I request somebody to draw a complicated zigzag line on the board. As complicated as you want to. You can cross it, recross it, but don't break the line and don't jumble it up. It has to be recognizable. A dry line all over the board. Make it as difficult as possible. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Now the final experiment of a demonstration is to open my eyes. I know the members of the committee, those who blindfolded me, really did a very good job, but I have to request them once more to take these bandages off, and while taking it off, I want them to examine it very closely and see any slightest possibility for me to see through or glance through. Would you mind take all that off, please? And put everything on the table. And when you come to the cotton wool, don't disturb the paste from my eyes. Now from here on, I want you to examine very, very closely. Now when you come to the cotton wool, don't disturb the paste from my eyes. Thank you. Now when you remove the paste, remove it one by one, and you will see my eyes are absolutely sealed.